Very good morning. My name is Antoinette Nirvana, and you are listening to the Body and Mind interviews. Body and Mind is your health and wellness online directory for professionals. I'm going to welcome Coco Parvati and Coco Solomon. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
We are fine. My name is Coco Parvati.
Good morning. My name is Coco Solomon.
Good morning, and you are from Ezabangoma, and we're going to hear about that in a minute because I first want to find out, who are you, Coco Parvati? Tell me, how did you get onto doing this work? How did you get your calling? Because it is a calling to do traditional healing and to be a Sangoma. Can you give me just a few minutes background as to how you got onto doing this work?
My name is Coco Parvati. I started to follow this calling more than 25 years ago. It is a calling that comes to you through your elders, your guides. It is not something that you just wake up one morning and decide that you want to be a healer. I'm a traditional healer practitioner. I grew up on a farm in the Piet Retief and Mpumalanga, Swaziland area. As a traditional healer, I started to communicate with people since I was young. In my generations, I'm the third of the generation from my previous elders that are having this calling, assisting people in healing, spiritual healing, crystal healing, traditional training for traditional healers in herbs, plants, bone reading, crystal healing. So it's something that comes in generations. I also did graduate. One of my children, my elders, and my mother used to be a healer, and my grandfather used to be a healer. So it's mainly where it comes from. It comes in a dream. It comes as a calling.
Fantastic, yes. Thank you, Coco Parvati. And then we've got Coco Solomon. And tell me, how did this whole calling come to you?
Thank you very much. I actually received this calling since in the early 90s. Like Coco Parvati says, this is something that you get from your ancestors. So in my generation, in my family, we had two healers, both from paternal and maternal families, my great parents. So it's a gift that runs in the family. And it entered my body and my life in the early 90s, but I really eventually took up the training around 2011. How I knew that it was a calling for me, because I started getting very, very sick. And it comes in different ways for different people. For me, I had a lot of sicknesses, and sometimes I would feel like I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my head, I couldn't concentrate at work. I just wanted to stay away from people, maybe be in the forest or be in the river or go to the mountains. So I just wanted solitude. I needed more space to be alone, because I was also hearing voices and seeing visions and communicating with spirits most of the time. And I knew at that time, also through my dreams that I was getting, that I needed to take up this calling, also because it's something that I could see in my family happening. So that's pretty much what drove me into taking the healing path, mainly for myself, first and foremost. But I realized as I agreed to take the calling that it's not just about healing myself, but it's also about working with communities, working with families, and with society in general. That is pretty much what drove me into this. And it's not just traditional healing, because as I stood up for the calling, I did traditional healing, but I also was drawn into Reiki. So we work both with traditional ways of healing, natural methods, but we also use energy as a form of healing, because these are all integrated systems of healing.
Well, this is just wonderful. It's definitely one of my favorite subjects. I have worked with a lot of Sangomas myself, and I just love traditional healing. So I'm really excited to speak to both of you. So you call yourself Ezabangoma. So if you could go a little bit more in depth about that, what does it mean to throw bones? People who've never been exposed to readings from Sangoma aromas or healing with herbs and stuff like that. So give us a little bit more in depth about your work and your healing.
Well, bone reading for me, it gives you a sense of your inner self. We don't just use the bones when we are throwing them. Your spiritual human being of yourself. It opens your senses. It helps you to detect certain problems in certain people's lives. It's not the bones as such. You could read the bones once and continue spiritually with energy like the Reiki that assists you in the bone reading, because it's a combination of feeling energy, especially with crystals, the energy and the pain of people that they have. So I had a passion for bone reading, but as well as we have a passion for spiritual healing. You can sit and feel energy, positive or negative energy of people, and feel the physically pain people are going through. And that made me more excited to assist people in the community. But we work hand in hand together with Coco Solomon.
Okay, just to add on the question of bones, in addition to what Coco Parvati is saying, bones are a diagnostic method that we use to be able to assess what a person is going through when they come for healing or when they have a need spiritually. So like you would, for instance, when you're using energy, you would look at the different energy centers in the body, the chakras. Bones work like that as well. They each have got different meanings spiritually. When you throw them, you are in the way that they take shape and they take position. The type of bone that is being thrown will tell you exactly where the problem lies, what is the issue. Some of the bones are connected with the person. Some of them are connected with families. Some of them are connected with communities. Some of them are connected with different ailments that we go through as human beings, and different forms of spiritualities as well. So as we then throw bones, they sort of guide us into what to be able to detect and diagnose what the problem is.
So for somebody to get a bone reading where it can really tap into the body and into the person's psyche and what is the energy around them, once you've thrown those bones, does people have to come and see you physically in order to have that energy, or can people, for instance, like we're doing right now, have a Skype connection? Because I mean, energy is not something that is solid, so energy is everywhere. Could you do a bone reading if you're having a person calling you on Skype and saying, I heard this interview, could you please see what the bones are saying about what's happening in my life?
Absolutely. We use various modalities to be able to do diagnosis, because we don't work just in South Africa, we work internationally as well. So our work is face-to-face, but we also use social media, various methodologies. So we can, for instance, throw bones and diagnose somebody via WhatsApp, via Skype. Facebook also has got now a video facility. So we use different modalities that are accessible to our clientele as and when a person needs it and it's possible for them to access it, then we do that. Because energy, like you say, is not concentrated and located in one place. It is fluid, it moves. You can actually draw somebody's energy when they are even in the US or in Amsterdam. Connect with that person's energy in a certain way, then you're able to transfer healing energies to wherever a person is in the world.
Okay, and then let me also then ask Coco Parvati, once you have then done your throwing of your bones and you've kind of done diagnosis, or you have established where the issue lies with the person, then that is then where you would decide whether you use herbs or whether you need to do energy healing or crystal healing. What else is there which you would then use with regards to any particular session with a person?
We, as Ezabangoma, we concentrate, as I say, a variety. The bone reading, especially with the crystal healing, the Reiki as such, and the traditional healing. We don't just make a decision. As spiritually as you feel and you communicate with your patient, they will say, yes, it's like that, or it's not like that. Because they are the person sitting in this pain situation. For argument's sake, if a person have that leg problem and you throw, and your spiritual being and your angels are directing you with the energies while you are working on that patient. It's a communication situation. I think as Ezabangoma, we can't just use a herb and say, now we just want to use this herb. We concentrate on the healing part of it. We concentrate. You can't just use a herb for anything and just think it's going to work. It is like other people use medication, others don't use medication. So we look at different varieties of this healing part because they fall hand in hand with each other, and that is guiding us to see in which side we must go with this patient.
It also means a lot of what is the emotional reason and the emotional belief system underlying whatever the person is going through, or what kind of curse is on this person that might have come from different generations. So there's a lot that you'd have to take into account.
We make use of crystals a lot because crystals work differently on different kind of people, and there's a variety of crystals that are doing each part in the body. It helps to clear the negativity because a person that is, for argument's sake, so depressed, there is a different kind of crystals that assist the energy levels, because sometimes you will find that that patient has got the chakras is so close because of all the emotions and pain that that person cannot even properly breathe, whereas a crystal do cleansing on its own without any medicine. Depends on the situation.
Yes, of course.
And it clears the energy fields. So that is, as I say, there's different categories that you have to look at before you just can follow maybe traditional healing as such.
Yeah. So what is your crystal that you recommend for depression? There's a lot of people that I know. General crystal that you would recommend people to use for depression?
There's different kind of that helps your insight. One of it is lapis lazuli, that is making you aware and giving you trust in yourself and helping your insight that can assist you to clear. And then there's different, it depends on also a person's month of birth, because every person has got different crystals for their month of birth. So for now, for a person to have inner science awareness and trust in themselves, I will say lapis lazuli.
Fantastic. I could carry on with this interview and questions for at least another hour, but we already gone over our time by 4 minutes already. If you could quickly give us your contact details, where people can get hold of you, the different mediums is how they can contact you.
Yes, thank you so much. We have a website which is called www.ezabangoma.co.za. People can also contact us by email at info@ezabangoma.co.za. We also have a Facebook page where we interact with our community of healers. It's called Ezabangoma on Facebook. We also have a LinkedIn account where we interact also with the community of healers and those who are interested in our work. At LinkedIn, you'll also find us at Ezabangoma. Landline is 031-201-2798.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. And of course, please don't forget that you can go to the Body and Mind website, which is www.bodyandmind.co.za. You can also download the Body and Mind app on your iPhone or on your Android. And on our Body and Mind app, you will find all our healers, all modalities which is available for you to find in the palm of your hand. So that is the Body and Mind app and also the Body and Mind website. Thank you very much, Coco Parvati and Coco Solomon. Absolutely love chatting to you guys today. Very, very passionate about this subject. So I wish you a beautiful journey for the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
So much.
You have a lovely day too.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you.